Imagine you're broke. Not skip the extra guac at Chipotle broke. I mean the real deal, counting pennies, wondering which utility to pay late this month broke. Now, enter stage right. That one motivational speaker at your cousin's wedding screaming about poverty mentality. According to this financial Socrates, you're poor because you just think poor. Not because of, sky-high rents, medical bills, or the delightful game of corporate salary limbo. Sounds convincing, right? Like blaming a fish for drowning? Let's clear the stage for some science. Actual science, not your aunt's Facebook meme, but peer-reviewed, Ivy League-branded science. Researchers from Princeton, Harvard, and the University of Warwick dropped a bombshell in 2013 when they studied sugarcane farmers in India. The farmers were tested before harvest, aka when they were broke and stressed, and after harvest, when they had actual cash in hand. The results? When they were broke, their brains took a nosedive. And I don't mean, oops, I forgot my grocery list bad. I mean a 13-point drop in IQ bad. That's equivalent to losing a full night's sleep or trying to do calculus while someone's throwing water balloons at your head. The researchers didn't stop at, "That's wild, thanks for playing." They concluded that poverty imposes a kind of mental tax. As in, just being poor uses up so much brain power that you've got nothing left for long-term decisions, critical thinking, or planning your epic escape from paycheck to paycheck purgatory. The Princeton press release even said, "Brace yourself, poverty reduces brain power needed for navigating other areas of life." Like making decisions that some guy on YouTube thinks are obvious. Except your brain is stuck doing financial triage 24/7 with a single Band-Aid and a prayer. Poverty literally eats your cognitive resources. It's like trying to solve a Rubik's Cube while being chased by a bear, except the bear is an overdue utility bill. When survival is screaming in your ear, long-term planning, career goals, and meditation apps get kicked to the curb. Oh, and about that hard-working Mythbusters' favorite jab, people just need to work harder. Reality check. Millions of people working multiple jobs still live below the poverty line. Because no, Brenda, pulling 70 hours a week at minimum wage doesn't magically make a private yacht appear. Fun fact, 64% of people in poverty can't work full-time because of age, disabilities, or simple good old unemployment roulette. But wait, there's more. Being poor also comes with bonus prizes like higher rates of stress, depression, anxiety, and the glorious feeling of fighting invisible cognitive battles every day. A Bank of America survey showed financial stress tanking people's productivity and focus, surprising no one who's ever tried to concentrate while imagining their credit score evaporating. And agricultural workers? They're the real MVPs of this tragicomedy. Chronic exposure to pesticides? Congratulations, you just rolled the dice for memory loss and neurological illness. Pesticides have been linked to a 46% higher risk of developing brain disorders among farmers, according to the U.S. Health and Retirement Study. Add in the joys of long hours, physical strain, isolation, and exposure to loud machinery, and it's not just your wallet taking a hit, it's your entire nervous system doing the Macarena. Let's zoom out. The broader story here is about what scarcity does to all of us, not just farmers. Experiments using resource-limited games found that participants made worse long-term decisions when they were simulating poverty. Even when given opportunities to borrow, hello credit cards, they fumbled harder. Scarcity narrows your mental spotlight to the now at the cost of the later, and turns even simple choices into mental gymnastics. Even kids growing up in poverty aren't safe. Early life scarcity leads to decreased language skills, poor attention, and a get-through-the-day mindset that makes planning for college or careers feel like asking someone on fire to draft their 5-year goals. Not surprisingly, studies show that children in low-income households face chronic cognitive strain before they even reach puberty. So what's the fix? Good news, it's not positive thinking or another hustle culture podcast. Real fixes exist, and they look a lot like sane, supportive policies. Simplified welfare applications can reduce mental overload. Automatic enrollment? Yes, please. Stable housing? Boom, more brain space freed up. Access to healthcare, job training, even just basic income support all help alleviate the mental chokehold that poverty puts on decision-making. One case study showed how short-term rent assistance and basic coaching helped a woman named Rebecca go from barely surviving to thriving in a job and educational program. Magic? Nope. Just removing the daily chaos of scraping by gave her the headspace to make strategic life moves. Bottom line, poverty isn't about lazy thoughts or a mindset problem. It's about how scarcity strangles your brain's ability to function. You wouldn't blame someone for running slow if you tied their shoelaces together. So maybe stop blaming poor people for not thinking rich. If you found yourself laughing, nodding, or furious enough to throw a shoe at the TV, hit that subscribe button. Smash that like button like it owes you rent money. And drop a comment telling us your favorite motivational speaker quote about poverty. The snarkier, the better. And remember, if you think this was just a mindset problem, congratulations, you're wrong. See you next time, debunkers.